Real quick, let me tell you about Sundrop, best citrus soda in the solar system that happens to be from the South. And I love to mix it with adult beverages from time to time. And I got a new one in here today. I've got your Sundrop, and I mixed it with Jose Cuervo, Especial. I call it the Tequila Sun. It's delicious. Favorite summertime beverage. But we got a great show. I say we get going. What do you say, Alan Jackson?
Yeah, let's do it. Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in bib overalls, living next to the woods. Likes to eat sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory, headed for Southern Cal. Wound up on TV and films, making popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, cause he's in Hickory. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Reed.
Me? Oh, you're too kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What up, bumpkins? Welcome to episode 179 of Country-ish, and today's show, it's like a ginger teacher with a mullet who has a brother who also runs a taxidermy bar and grill. It's going to get weird and wild up in here tonight because my brother from another mother, Joel Fry, is going to join me tonight. I can't wait to introduce you to him. He's the guy that does our theme song from the very beginning, right? And maybe Steve Jessup, if he can find this place. It's going to get crazy in here. We're going to have a world premiere of Joel's new music video called Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill, and I'm in it, and so is Steve Jessup. We're going to get into all of that whenever they get here in a little bit. And in Best Trends, it's National Teacher Day. Are you a teacher? Are you hot for teacher? I feel like that's weird. So I'm just going to give a couple of shout outs to my favorite teachers. And who was your favorite teacher? Leave it in the comments section. And we're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So leave me a comment down here. Talk to me. I want to be interactive with you in real time. Now, normally I've got two interns in here checking your comments and fact checking me. But just for now, for right now, it's just me. And I'm going to try and do it myself. I got my laptop right here. Got my handy dandy sound effects machine. See? How hard was that, Elliot? Simple. There's a button, you touch it, that's it, and you leave it alone. But seriously, in the comment section, who's your favorite teacher and why? This will lead me to my first segment. I say we jump right in. Now, as you guys know, well, maybe you don't know. What I like to do here is I go to Twitter. I click on hashtag. I find what it is that you're talking about. What's everybody, and I weigh in on that subject matter. It's how you know we're in the know. I like to call it, ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you're talking about. All right. Hashtag National Teacher Appreciation Day. Yay. Who was your favorite teacher, you know? I got a couple. I'll give you some of my favorite. Well, Sue Huffman. Sue Huffman, believe it or not, for those of you who know me, it might be weird that I'm saying Sue Huffman. Junior English teacher, and I'm choosing her because she made us keep a journal every day of class, every day my junior year. She made us, for the first 10 minutes, write anything down, write your thoughts, write a poem, write whatever you're thinking, anything. And she collected them and gave them back to us at the end of the year. And it was, I'm happy I have it now. At the time, I didn't appreciate it. But now I appreciate you, Sue Huffman. Also, Nelson Watts. He was a geometry teacher and a football coach. He was all of about 4'11", and they used to call him Barney Rubble because he kind of looked like Barney Rubble. But a hell of a man, good guy, and he took it easy on me in geometry. I didn't know what I was doing, but he kind of let me slide from time to time, and I appreciate that, Nelson Watts. And I'll see you at a Crawdads game. He's always at the Hickory Crawdads game, so I'll run into you pretty soon. Also, Mrs. Sigmund. That was my 8th grade English teacher, and I remember, and we talked about this a little bit on a past episode, but I'll bring it up because it's National Teacher Day. Miss Sigmund, she gave everybody a book report at the very beginning of the year. And she said, all right, at the end of the year, everyone's going to have to come in front of the class and present your book report. And you can dress up however you want to dress up. Maybe it's a character within the show. You can do a presentation. You're going to have to do some kind of presentation. All right. So that first day, when she assigned the book report, I went to the library and I thought, well, I better pick out something, and I totally forgot. Like I didn't pick out a book. And then I remember, like the whole year goes by. And I remember like a week ahead of time, I'm like, oh crap, I never picked out a book. I'm screwed. Went back to the library. I found the smallest book I could find, like the thinnest one. And it was like a child's book. It was a children's book about Rosalind Carter, Jimmy Carter's wife. And I reported on that. And I dressed up. I borrowed one of my mom's dresses, and I dressed up like Rosalind Carter, and she loved it. I didn't know Miss Sigmund was a huge Republican, and she loved it. She thought I was making fun of Rosalind Carter. I didn't know what I was doing, but I got an A in that. So thank you, Mrs. Sigmund. Also, Johnny Sechrist. That would be an English teacher at Fred T. Ford my senior year. Just an all-around cool guy. He made it fun. He made the class fun, and very animated guy. Would like to hear our opinions and thoughts about stuff. So Johnny Sechrist. And last, but my favorite one actually, Randy Bale. Hey Randy, if you're watching this, lives in my neighborhood still to this day, and great guy and art teacher. And he made this for me. I went to NC State University, and he made this for me. He says, John, my favorite comedian, hope you enjoy the print, Randy Bell. This was in 2006. Still have that, Randy. And I don't know if that camera's hooked up, but over here where the intern sit, there's a sign that looks like a Hollywood sign that says Hickory on it. He also made that. So those are my favorite teachers, and I appreciate you guys to this day. I guess I won't get into the negative ones. That's a different day. So, you know what I'm saying? What about you? Leave in the comments section. I'll try and get to it later. Real quick, if you were at my shows in Louisville, this is the podcast I was telling you about. Check it out. I got residual checks. I may or may not give one of these away tonight. I don't know yet. Depends on my mood. But this is it. Appreciate you coming out to the sold out shows. Dang it. And I'm really sorry about the people we had waiting in line outside and couldn't get in. This is why you always have to buy a ticket in advance to my shows, right? And I also want to thank the fire chief who came out and let us slide because we did break some fire codes. We had too many chairs in there. It was packed, but thank you all for coming out to my show. And Loopy Larry, hey buddy, if you're watching this, I'd like to go check out his restaurant. A super fan, Loopy Larry, came in there with his fiance. He wants to get married on the cruise ship. So maybe I will have to go online to become an ordained minister. And maybe that's a new side thing I do now, you know, marry people on cruise ships. But that's where I'm at these days. But thank you all for coming out to the shows in Louisville. All right, so let's read some comments from last week. Last week, I asked everybody, have you ever had your identity stolen? And some of you got back to me on that. Aaron Robinson, he says, I have. The dude called and asked if I needed help on my bills. Yeah, Aaron. And did you give him your information to help on the bills? That's probably how it happened. No one ever just randomly calls you up and asks you if you need help on your bills, without wanting something in return. So be careful, Aaron Robinson. Scott Reese, he said, I've never had my identity stolen and never will. My secret, keep your credit score so low that the identity thief feels sorry for you. Now that's a good tactic. In fact, that actually might get you a better home loan these days. If you go ahead and just ruin your credit now, that's what I've been hearing in the news. I don't know the facts, but I hear that's the new thing, right? They're giving better loans to people with shitty credit. And I actually went and looked at 4 homes today. It turns out I got good credit, so I don't know. Maybe I got time to ruin it. I could not pay a bill. But there you go, Scott Reese. Who else? Teresa Cardenas. She said, my identity has been stolen 4 times now. Teresa, what are you doing? So you're not doing something right, Teresa. Go get LifeLock. Maybe switch your passwords. I believe this is the girl that called in last week and won one of my residual checks. Hope I didn't send it to her. My info's on there. Great. No, I'm screwed. Mark Wilson. I went to high school with a guy named Mark Wilson. I wonder if it's him. Why aren't you honeymooning? Can't see you passing up mooning. Right. I do love mooning. It's a pastime of mine. We plan on doing our honey. He's talking about, I got married, see, for those of you who weren't here the last couple of weeks. I now have a wife, and her name is Jody Reap, and I love her. And we're looking for a home together. But we got married at the prom. It was a surprise wedding disguised as a prom that was also a fundraiser. And so he's asking, why did I not go on a honeymoon? I'm going to go on a honeymoon in November, right? It's called the Sea Amigos Cruise. And you could come on my honeymoon with me, Mark. Book a cabin, and we'll do some mooning together. You know what I mean? Jacob Triplett, he says, if Sarge Mark Ball is fighting Chuck Norris, you better jump in and help Chuck, because Sarge going to open a can of whoop ass on someone. Yeah, Sergeant Mark Ball, everybody. Damn hero. Stop the rape. And that's what he's talking about. Yeah, we're happy to have him a part of the countryish team. Good night, Shane. He says, hope you gave him a couple tanker kidney blows before the fuzz showed up. Maybe an artillery elbow or two. Yeah, good night, Shane. That's, yeah. I don't think he had time to give him the tanker kidney blows. I think he just tried to, he got maced accidentally. It was friendly fire. So I think Mark's, his strength is his girth and his gut. And he just laid on the guy. Isn't that funny? To prevent a guy from trying to rape someone, he laid on him. It's a crazy world we live in, but nonetheless, Sergeant Mark having 8 balls deep, you're a dang hero. All righty, we got a lot of show to do. What's that? Is he getting here? Is he here now?
Yeah, so we at least have Joel here.
Okay.
Haven't seen Steve yet, but
of course.
What do you want me to do? You want me to send Joel on in here?
Yes, send Joel on in, and while he's getting situated, check out, we have an interesting cornhole idea, and check this out, and then we'll come back with Joel. Check it out.
What you doing?
Hey, Mom. Just tossing some bags, playing a little cornhole. You want to play?
I don't know. I haven't done this in a long time, and I can't really see the board that good.
Oh, come on. You got this. Just take this bag, underhand it. Real simple. Oh, look at there, huh? I told you, you're a natural.
Yeah.
Mark, hey buddy, I know you think you're the top dog at cornhole, but I want you to get Sean. Meet me at the studio in 20 minutes.
Guys, we've got to do something about this.
Yeah, maybe we should start a cornhole league.
Yeah, a country-ish cornhole league. There you go, Joel Fry.
Yes.
Freshly poured sun drop from yours truly, John Reed. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, so good to see you. Good to be here, man.
Man, we're missing one.
Yeah, I was pretty sure he was going to be here.
I thought you were bringing him.
I know. I did not. I was not going to bring him.
Okay.
Did you see a riding lawnmower on the street
No,
anywhere?
I
Because that's
didn't.
what he's usually driving nowadays.
We'll probably hear him. That thing
bet.
is loud.
I'll bet you're right.
All right, well, Steve Jessup was supposed to be here. He's in the video, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Maybe we'll just talk about us before he gets here.
Sure.
Alan, if you hear him or whatever, just tell him to come on in here. Anyway, Joel, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's talk about us, our history. I ran into you. Well, first of all, there are people in Florida right now, Naples, Florida, who think that you and I are actually brothers.
Yes.
Yes.
That is true.
We both have the ginger skin, the ginger, the hair, all of it. And I talk about my brother
Absolutely.
in my shows.
Yep.
And then sometimes I'll say, he's actually here right now.
Right.
And I'll point in the back and you're back there and people, they believe it.
Yes, they do.
But let's give everybody the framework, what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So I perform in Florida all the time, Naples, Florida. You live in Naples, Florida.
Currently reside in Naples, Florida. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And how did you discover me?
I have been a fan of John Reap for years.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you when my fandom started of John Reap, but I've always been a fan, and I've always thought that you came across pretty genuine, like a
What, you just
cool
on
guy.
TV?
On TV. I saw you on Last Comic Standing.
Okay.
I've seen you in the movies, in the TV, Harold and Kumar, and all that kind of stuff.
So there's a club in Naples called Off the Hook Comedy Club.
Right.
And I've been performing there for a long time. And you were at the show. God, when was the first time?
I want to say it was about 6 or so years ago.
6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
You're in the crowd.
Yeah.
And how did this friendship start?
Well, I thought I'm usually not the type of guy that likes to approach people. Just because I'm an artist, and I know how sometimes people can. I don't want to bother anyone. Let's just put it that
right,
way. I just don't
Same
like to,
here.
Yeah, I don't like to bother
Especially
people.
if it's somebody I like.
Yes.
Because I don't want to, number one, I like him, I don't want to bother him. Number two, I don't want to give him a chance to be mean to me.
And I don't want to give them a chance to not like me.
Correct. Because I want to continue liking them.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. And it was crazy. I just thought, you know what? This could be my only shot just to talk to John for just a couple minutes at the end of your show.
Yeah.
And I had this song already kind of in the works. And I always envisioned you as one of the brothers. And I was like, gosh, if I could ever get Mr. Reap to be in this video. Even back then. Day one. You were thinking I don't know if you wrote the song thinking it, but day one, seeing my comedy at Naples, you're thinking, okay, that's the guy in the video. Yes. It wasn't because you had a mullet. It was just your mannerisms and the way you acted. It makes sense. I've had mullets many times. I've seen photos now. Yeah. Right. So you came up to me after the show. We talked. Did we hang out that night? Oh, I believe we did. You said, "Hey, why don't you come to the bar and have a drink with me?" And I was like, "All right." And that what I thought might be a 10 or 15-minute conversation ended up being we spent a few hours together that night. Yeah. Hanging out and turned into a lifelong friendship. Yeah. And so now, I believe there was a bar called Bow Campers. Yes. That we would go to. That was right down the road. I would invite not just you. I would invite the other comedian. Yep.
and the staff. And I do this everywhere I go
Right.
with the staff and other comedians because I want like a network of friends everywhere.
Sure.
And so I always invite them for a beverage, either there or somewhere else.
Right.
Not always, but a lot of times. And I've been doing it there forever. And you came along, and
Yeah.
And now everyone at the club knows you.
Yes,
and
they
they
do.
think that you're my brother.
They do.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
But
Some of them we've clued them in.
yeah.
But others, still believe
Yeah.
we're brothers.
And so that was about 6-7 years ago.
Right.
And how did you get into country music?
I've been into music for as long as I can remember, ever since I could talk.
Yeah.
I sang. But as far as country music, I mean, when I was a little kid, I listened to country music, but it wasn't always by choice. It was in Grandma and Grandpa's car and Dad's truck or something like that. And it wasn't until I got a little older and I discovered a country artist who's done pretty well for himself now. And when I discovered him, I was like, that's country music?
Who are we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about the Garth Brooks.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Alan Jackson.
Or the Alan Jackson.
The Alan Jackson.
That would have been
works here.
funnier.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
No.
No.
Garth Brooks, one of my new best friends.
That's what I've heard. Yes.
You were at my secret surprise wedding.
I sure was.
Thanks
man.
for coming to that.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Such an honor to be there, and so happy for you and Jody. I love you guys both.
Wasn't that funny, that video? Like, we showed a video of Garth Brooks announcing, and Trisha Yearwood announcing that's the surprise. So you were always into music,
Yes.
but you weren't into country until Garth Brooks?
And to a level of
Yeah.
not only do I now am I a huge country fan now, but
That makes you country-ish, by the way.
Oh yes, it sure does. but it made me decide I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to do that for that's going to be my life, and it has been. Obviously not on the Garth Brooks level, but man, I found the love.
Can you remember the first like country song that you wrote?
I've been writing songs, I almost hate to say this, since I was in elementary school. They weren't necessarily, I didn't think of them as country songs.
Yeah.
They were pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah.
When you're a kid. You know.
But one of my first songs I wrote, it was a song called My Radio.
Okay.
And I wrote it.
Wait, I think, hang on, don't.
Yeah.
LL Cool J. He had a song
Did he
about-
really?
I don't know if it's called My Radio. It might be. We'll have to look that up. Somebody Google that. Yeah, My Radio. We'll ask Steve if he ever shows up, if he knows
If
that
he ever
song.
gets here.
But
Right.
go ahead. You wrote a song called My Radio.
My Radio, and it basically was. I'm the only son with 4 sisters.
Yeah.
And I'm right in the middle, so I'm surrounded by these sisters, and you get frustrated with your parents growing up and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But my solace, my safe haven was always my radio.
Right.
And I just go in my room, turn on the radio, and listen to music.
To My Radio, yeah.
Right.
Well, I had a younger brother, so he would get on my nerves.
No.
And I had My Radio too. I had 2 cassettes, and the only way back then you could record without having to buy a tape.
Right.
You could record it from the radio.
Yes, I did that.
You made mixtapes.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So, but that wasn't a country song.
Well, it kind of was, even
Yeah.
though I wasn't sure if, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But as I look back on it now, I was like,
Well, that's
that
the
was
thing
a
about
country song.
new country music now. Even today, a lot of it doesn't even sound country to
No.
me, but they call it country.
Right.
Yeah.
And as a music artist, they always say you got to find yourself.
Yeah.
And I was very lucky in a sense, is that I discovered who I was.
Okay.
Even though, like I said, I wasn't hardcore into country music when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. But by the time I was a teenager,
Yeah.
that it was a wave of country music onto me. And I then went back and would re-listen to some of the stuff that my parents would play me or my grandparents would play me, and I gained a whole new appreciation for it. And really, it's like it's been in me the whole time, and it wasn't until then that it came out.
When did you start performing?
15 years
people?
old.
15.
Well, I got my first band when I was 15. I think I was probably 14 or 15 when I started.
Wow. You formed the band in Ohio?
I was in my first country band around 15 in Ohio.
Yeah.
With all guys who were twice and 3 times my age at that time.
Wow. And did you just start touring around, performing locally and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, local bars and being so young, my folks always came to my shows.
Yeah.
Just to keep me out of trouble and support me and I think they eventually realized I wasn't in it for the trouble. I was in it for the music.
Yeah.
You know.
And then did you go to, you said Nashville at some point?
Oh yeah, I moved to Nashville and
how old were you when you went to Nashville?
I want to say 22.
All right, so
when
we
I moved
started
to
at
Nashville.
15 and then 7 years later.
Right.
We're moving
Graduated
to
high
Nashville.
school, tried college for a little bit.
Okay.
And realized my heart wasn't into college.
Oh, your brain.
Or my brain, exactly.
Right.
And so I decided, why don't I just do it? This is what this is where I want to end up being anyway. This is
That's
what I
a
end
good
up
age
doing.
to just go for it.
And I did.
Well, especially if you start at 15, now you got some experience too.
Right. I still had
And confidence.
I still had and still do have, a million miles of things to learn. But
Sure.
yes, going there with a little bit of seasoning under your belt helps.
We went out and did karaoke one night in
Yes,
Naples.
we sure did. That was fun.
And I just know you as a nice guy who I hadn't heard your music, but you came up to me and started talking to me, and I got one of your CDs eventually. And but before that, before I ever heard you sing,
Sure.
I was like, I love karaoke, as you know. So we went to
and
karaoke.
darn good at it.
Oh, keep your hands to yourself. That's my jam. That's the only one I can do that I'm confident that I'm pretty good at that.
I
with
thought you were
everything
telling
else.
me to keep my hands.
Yes,
to myself,
please.
but
You've done good so far. I see you cut yourself, so I don't
I
want you
did.
to put
It's whatever.
But no, I was impressed. I was like, oh, wow, that's good. Yeah, this guy can sing.
Oh,
and you're going to
thank
see
you.
it here in a little bit. We have a video. Tell everybody about what we're about to experience here and how it came about.
This has been in the works. This has been my love child for years. A song that I wrote with a buddy of mine and my producer, who was also my producer, several years ago. And like I said, I'd always envisioned if I ever get the chance to shoot a music video, man, I'd love to get John Reep and someone else to come in and be the Mullet Brothers. And so the opportunity finally came up. By this time now, we were already buddies. And I said, hey, John, I'm finally ready. I think we're going to take the plunge and shoot this music video.
The name of the song is?
Mullet Brothers. And then in parentheses, Taxidermy Bar and Grill.
Right. How long ago do you think you wrote this?
I want to say Matt McClure and I wrote this probably 10 or 12 years ago, something like that.
10 or 12 years ago. I mean, mullets, they come and go.
And they're back now. They're
back again.
They're back again. They were not back when we wrote this.
That's what I'm saying. I want people to know when you wrote the song,
mullets were
not really popular.
Right.
So I don't know if it's even better now that they are.
I don't know or not. I don't know if that is or not, but it's ironic, if anything.
Yeah.
And
That's what these mullets are that are popular. They're ironically funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had the legit one, the original one in high school. Then it went out of style, so I cut it.
Sure.
And then I was like, oh, we're back. So and mine comes and goes too. You got like a curl going.
I've got
back
the
here.
natural curly hair kind of thing that hangs out of the back of the cowboy hat. So
yeah. There's so then you were asking me to be in the video.
I did.
And I said, well, as a brother, I know a guy.
You did.
And I said, we got to get a hold of this guy named Steve Jessup.
Yep.
And there's this video. I mean, you guys have seen him before. This drunk guy gets on a lawnmower, and it gets pulled over by a cop, and they tase him. And he's just a funny, weird, wild, crazy guy. And he kind of got famous from that. And now he's been arrested many times. One of my favorite times he got arrested was on the scissor lift.
Yes, I saw that.
Where I don't know how he got this scissor lift. You know the things that go up like that? And he's drunk.
Yep.
I think he's always drunk. And a cop pulls him over and he just says, come get me, and just goes up like that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, Ginger, Steve Jessup is a ginger.
Right.
So it's believable that he would be my brother. I said, if we could just physically get a hold of him somehow and wrangle him.
Yes.
That's the hard part. He's like a Tasmanian devil. He's like a hurricane. How do we, get this guy wrangled enough for a couple of days to shoot a music video?
Right.
But we managed to do it. And I wish he were here right now so we could talk about it.
He would hate me saying this.
Yeah.
But as wild and crazy as he is, he's secretly lovable.
Right. There are moments. Because anytime, I like to drink and party and have a good time.
Yeah.
But at some point, beer over time, it is a depressant. And it can make you tired.
Definitely.
And there are times where he's kind of like just kind of down and
kind of coming down a little bit.
And you can tell he's like
that's when the gems come out.
Yeah, it was there's mean drunks and there's lovable drunks.
Yeah.
He is able to do both of those.
Yes,
things.
he is.
I'm more of a lovable drunk. I don't think I'm a mean drunk.
I've never seen you as a mean drunk.
I don't. Yeah. No. But anyway, I think we should show the video. I don't know when or if Steve's coming.
Well,
but let's look at the video.
It's his
loss. So today's May the 2nd.
Yes.
This is actually a sneak peek.
It is.
Because it's not supposed to come out till Friday.
Country-ish is getting the world premiere.
I love it.
Of this video.
World premiere.
Because it doesn't come out for 3 more days till May 5th at high noon. A lot of people release their songs at midnight.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, that's not me. I'm country-ish.
Yes.
And high noon.
Yeah, meet me at the courthouse high noon.
That's right.
It's going to go down.
We're going to have ourselves a
debut.
A debut.
There we go.
Noon.
High noon debut.
That's right.
But we're getting a sneak peek right now. World premiere of the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill. Check this out.
Just a couple coon hunting brothers from the hills of Kentucky. One day their mama's half-brother's cousin died and left them some money. So to make the most out of this opportunity, they opened an establishment on Route 23. They've got the business in the front, party in the back. They use a 12-point buck for the gun and cold rack. They'll provide the beer, just bring your roadkill to the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill. Well, it didn't take very long. The word was getting around. Ricky and Bobby Ray Mullet became the talk of the town. They even influenced trends in fashion and hair that today can still be found at state and county fairs. They've got the business in the front, party in the back. They use a 12-point buck for the gun and cold rack. They'll provide the beer, just bring your roadkill to the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill. You hunt them and kill them, they'll stuff them and grill them. Everybody knows that's what they do. Then put a quarter in the jar and they'll get up on the bar and a achy-breaky dance for you. They've got the business in the front, party in the back. They use a 12-point buck for the gun and cold rack. They'll provide the beer, just bring your roadkill to the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill. They got the business in the front, they got the party in the back. Get you a squirrel-pelled hat and some lightning in a jar, a venison steak and seat covers for your car. They'll provide the beer, just bring your roadkill to the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill. I said the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill.
All right. Yeah, baby. That was amazing. I had a good time. I injured myself because, like I said, Steve Jessup is wide ass open.
Yeah, he's full.
And good. Oh,
What the?
Steve.
Buddy!
Oh, thank God you made it.
Hey, Joe Fry, what's
Good
up?
to see you, buddy.
Boom,
Oh yeah,
how are
man.
ya?
I'm
Boom,
good.
what's
How you
up?
doing, man?
Where have you been?
You know you're a little bit. That's okay. I'm better late than never.
What, good?
Sit. Have a seat,
Here,
man.
what's up, Alan Jackson?
Dude, there's chairs.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, what's up?
Yeah, there's a microphone. You don't have to yell.
Yeah, buddy. I'm sorry. And my wife said if I didn't get her another 12-pack, she was going to stab me in the face.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
that's
a little
late.
I understand that.
Was that all right?
That's okay.
Well, thank God you found it. I know it's a long drive from Louisiana. I'm not even sure where you live.
We've been out here. We made our way out. We've been,
Yeah.
seeing the sights. Hickory.
Yeah, welcome to Hickory, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Now I've had Steve on the show before. If for those of you who might not be aware, Steve was on this show. He zoomed in. It's episode 39 of Country-ish. If you want to know more about Steve, look up Steve. You got your own show too.
Yeah, we do a show live on Fridays from my shop, so it's nice that I got out of Tennessee for a second.
Oh, that's right, Tennessee. That's right. Yeah, and so what's the name of that show?
Jessup show.
The Steve Jessup.
We
show.
talked to fans and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Now, when I thought of him immediately when you asked me to be one of the brothers, I said, "Well, we got to get Steve Jessup, of course, if I can get a hold of him." Yeah. Luckily, he made it. And did you have a good time?
His phone was working that week.
Yeah. Did you have a good time shooting that
I paid
video?
my bill. What are you saying, Joe?
It's hard to get a hold of you sometimes.
Yeah, well, sometimes
He
I'm
lives-
knee deep in it.
I see that.
And he's out there in the sticks. You don't get good cell service.
I don't.
Yeah. Do you have a good time with the video though?
Oh, look, I love that. I never did a music video before, and then you said you want to do it, and at first I was like, no,
Yeah. What was that about?
because it sounded like work.
Oh, I see.
But then you said, but we're going to show up to a bar.
Right. There will be booze involved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do some drinking. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And then we're going to listen to some music, which you're awesome.
Oh man. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And then we danced.
Yeah. I had a good time just getting to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
And dancing around. And
I like the thing when we held our hands and hooked our legs and spun around.
Yeah. I was trying to do like a kid and play thing back there. And you kept saying, I don't know who that is.
I don't, but it was fun to do. It felt like an advanced do-say-do.
Right. Yeah. An advanced do-say-do.
Right.
Yeah. I like that. I think it turned out great. But remember when we both tried to run into the door at the same time?
Yeah, well, I told you I was going to be first, and you fought me on it.
You were right.
I was telling Joel, like, I'm going to give it my all. Like, I'm 50. I'm going to run out of gas pretty soon. Sure. And I wasn't even drinking at that time. And he outlasted me. He danced more. He had more energy than me. And he's stronger than me because I remember running into that door. I got physically injured.
Yeah.
You hurt me.
Well, that's what happens when you hang out with Jessup. These are energy drinks I'm drinking.
Yeah. I like your shirt, too. It says drunk-ish. Welcome to country-ish, drunk-ish.
I'm drunkest on the country-ish.
Yeah. Right, cancels itself out somehow, so it's full-on drunk again.
Yeah. God dang, this guy's a celebrity, right?
Celebrity and ladies love him. Ladies love Joel. He's like the good-looking type of ginger, right? Like you and me,
You guys are making me blush.
we've got like we're very
Look how
white.
white you are.
Very white.
Look how white I am.
My birthstone is chalk. Yeah. And these freckles, but his is like it's red, like you're a little, like a.
Now, I don't think you're a real ginger.
I'm a strawberry blonde ginger.
That
Strawberry
sounds
blonde.
like something a lady would say.
Yeah.
It was a lady that told me.
Okay.
That sounds like you could write a good country song about strawberry blonde. There's strawberry wine.
Right.
Maybe you could change the words to strawberry blonde. That's my pubes.
Do you ever do parody songs?
Not for public consumption. No.
Right. But they're so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, we had so
absolutely.
much fun doing Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill, which is a fun song.
Exactly.
And a great idea, because I mean, ever since the video, I'm like, why don't they have a taxidermy bar and grill?
Right.
Well, you tell me that you're always looking for entrepreneurial
Yeah,
opportunities.
you go hunting,
Yeah.
you show up at the bar, and then two dudes come out, drag your deer out,
Right.
strip it, put it up on a mount, cook it, and then you're just there all day drinking.
Yeah.
I mean,
You get
it's,
fed your own hunt food.
You make it like a weekend.
did you
out of it.
Google it first to see if it's
No,
out there?
I
Because
did
it
not.
might be, there might be one somewhere.
Well, if
already in
not-
existence.
If not,
I'm
there
not-
probably will be
yeah.
after this song.
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Now get on it, internet. You're going to copy us.
I mean, if I could raise like about, maybe a couple $1,000, I'd open one.
At least. A couple thousand.
Well, yeah, let's start a GoFundMe. Steve Jessup wants to start his own taxidermy bar and grill. I'll show up if you want to have the brother.
Could I add other things into the business? Maybe mani-pedis or something like that?
It's your business. You can do whatever you want.
Ladies, if you want a good mani-pedi,
While
start-
you're drinking
while-
and you killed your pheasants.
Yeah, and then having that's a great
Go
idea.
duck hunting, get your nails done, get lit up,
Yeah.
and then take your mount home.
Maybe you could show up from time to time and
Yeah.
sing some songs.
that
I could just get a little corner stage or something
Yeah.
there.
We'll have that on a loop all
Okay.
times the video's just going.
That's a great business. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good
Leave
idea.
money on the table, Joe.
Could probably start a chain. Could I franchise that stuff?
I don't know what you're saying.
Like a more than one. It could be like, how Burger King, they're all over the country. That's a
What?
chain. Walmart. There's more than one Walmart. They're everywhere. It's actually, let's forget about it.
good idea.
I'm just happy you're here, Steve Jessup.
You got a Walmart?
Yeah, we have a Walmart in Hickory. We have a Sam's Club.
A Lowe's.
We have Lowe's hardwood and hardwood. Hardwood.
Kinda.
We have a Lowe's hardware store and a grocery store called Lowe's. It's very confusing
Yeah.
for people. Yeah.
I get hardwood.
How many? Do you think you've been drinking all day? What time did you get up today? I'm just curious what your schedule is normally.
Midday?
But you're on the road.
11 noonish?
Okay, that's about right. You're on the road. You must have a high tolerance of all the
We'll
beers.
just keep it rolling.
Yeah. You just don't stop.
No.
Yeah.
Wake up, a little, take the shakes off.
Right? Hair of the
Beer.
dog?
Well, that's what the pussies call it.
What is your favorite? Oh, let me ask you this, Steve Jessup. And if you don't want to answer it, that's fine. Maybe you haven't seen Bud Light. Did you see they put the?
Oh, I saw Kid Rock shot up some Bud Light.
Yeah. What is your opinion on Bud
Why
Light?
did he do that?
The beer itself. Do you like Bud Light? What's your favorite beer?
Will it get you intoxicated?
If you drink enough of them, yes.
I like Bud Light.
There you go. I think Kid Rock was mad that they put a transgender person on the can, and he got upset. He machine gunned it. He hosed it down with the machine gun. That's just a lot of wasted beer.
Yeah, and I mean, what if it had some nice heavies?
Some nice what?
Some heavies. I mean,
Heavies.
they're-
Boobs.
Yeah, boobs are boobs.
Boobs are boobs. Well, I don't think this person has the boobs
Yeah,
yet.
well, you got to put some boobs on a beer can.
That's what would sell beer.
Is that a song? Boobs on a beer can?
Boobs on a beer can.
After we're done recording here, let's write
I
that.
want to put boobs on my beer can.
That's a hit.
Right. Take it to my deer stand.
Hell yeah.
That'll
Joe,
that'll the
remember
next
this.
video.
Wait, didn't you write a song based on something I said on stage
Yes,
one
I
time?
did.
Tell us about that. Have you heard this one?
Yeah, that's a good
I
song.
played
Yeah.
that for him the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were doing a show.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of, hanging out, sitting off on a side table, and you got to the end of the show, and you were getting ready to say your goodbyes to the crowd, and said, "I don't have any merch with me this time around, but please stop by and see me on your way out. But all I got for you are high fives and hell yes." And so I immediately, the light bulb went on in my head.
Yeah.
And you come walking over.
You got a
to
light
me.
bulb in your head?
I do. Some of them are broken, but so you come back over to the table where I'm sitting, and I just had this weird look on my face apparently, and you said, "What was wrong?" And I was like, "Do you know what you just said?" And you said, I have no idea.
Right.
And I said, you said high fives and hell yes. And you're like,
And then he
yeah.
wrote a song called High Fives and Hell Yeah.
It has not been released yet.
Oh.
It-
Now
it is
here's
a
the next
new
video.
upcoming release.
Maybe we're
I'll do another video if I get to drink again.
We will definitely
And
have.
dance with hot chicks. And also, if you noticed in the video, did y'all play the video?
Steve, that's why
missed it.
you came in right after we showed it.
We waited as long as we could for
Yeah,
it.
we talked
I
for
played the bass.
You did. You
did.
Played the
bass.
drums.
I played the drums.
I
Yeah.
slapped some bass.
Yeah. I did the crossover and I did this. And you were like, diddly diddly diddly. It was great. I had
so
a
much
good
fun.
time, man.
We did
Yeah.
not use that audio, by the way. It was too good.
He didn't use the sound from that. Audio's like
You
sound.
didn't play us playing the
It
drums
wasn't-
and bass.
It's
is
the
not in
actual
mix.
other real
It's the
musicians
actual
they put in there.
Nashville
Why'd you
musicians.
do that?
Well,
I thought it
it's a
did pretty
union
good.
thing. It's
John
a
did
union
good.
thing.
I want a clip of it though. If you still have it somewhere,
Oh,
that
yeah, I'll
audio.
get you that.
I was
Like
thinking maybe John and I could start a band after that.
Ooh, the Mullet Brothers Taxidermy Bar and Grill
Band. This is like a whole branding thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
But
good
I
idea.
mean, you're already famous, so you can't be in it.
Yeah. You can help us.
Yeah.
You
Can
can
I
help
be in
write
your
songs,
video?
but you can't be. Well, I don't know. Steve, what do you think? Do we let him in? Because he's too good looking.
He's good looking. He gets all the ladies. He's kind of clean cut. He can't keep up when we're slamming Fireball.
That is true. I'll admit to that.
We got to write some songs, you and me, and then we'll see where it goes.
I asked him if he had any green. He was like, broccoli? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I don't eat salad.
I mean,
Yeah.
broccoli. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You
Middle
guys are
trees.
almost very polar opposites in a weird way. This is a very clean-cut, Christian, wholesome guy.
Yeah.
You do every drug I've ever heard of known to man. Do you mess with fentanyl at all?
What?
Well, Steve, I've seen your show. I know you. I've seen you on YouTube. I know you
Yeah.
like to drink. You do whiskey and
Right.
weed and women and
Right.
I imagine.
I mean,
everything-
maybe if you just do like a little finger touch of fentanyl.
right.
Put it on the tongue.
Yeah. I'm curious about why fentanyl even exists. Like, why is that? Do people actually enjoy it, but just in small doses? It seems like it kills everybody.
Isn't it? I don't actually mess with it, but I heard it was like 10 times stronger than like cocaine.
What is it?
Cocaine.
Cocaine?
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you snort fentanyl? I don't know. I imagine a guy like you may have come across some fentanyl at some point.
Only if it was like I had to.
Yeah.
You know, like if I was with a really wild girl and she was like, I want you to snort this out of my, you know.
Yeah.
I'd be like, if that's what I got to do.
Yeah. In order to get in there. That's
Right.
the only way I can get in there.
Yeah, I'll do that. Have
Yeah,
you ever done that?
No, I can't say I have.
No, I like to see you guys just hang out without me and just be a fly on the wall.
I don't really
see
feel
if he
like
could-
Joel's lived.
Oh, well, he might say he's the opposite of that.
Do you feel like you've lived?
I've done a little bit of living.
Because I feel like living is going right up to the dangerous edge.
Yeah.
And seeing how far you can tiptoe in without getting hurt.
If that's living, then I probably haven't.
Oh, okay. Let me show you.
Oh, you have.
Well, what are you having now? We got Miller Lite.
Oh yeah, these are just energy pops.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't gotten into the brown yet. That's
Right, actually, I have some brown right here. If you're interested, this
Would
is
you look at that?
Yeah, right here.
That's
this
fancy.
we do a segment on this show, Steve, called Goodwill Hunting.
what?
And my buddy Mark Hunt and I go to a Goodwill, and he found this at a Goodwill and gave it to me.
Well, that's amazing. Is that a globe?
Yeah,
Found that at Goodwill.
Is that on a boat?
got it at a Goodwill.
That's
and-
amazing.
And gave it to me because he knows I like the beverages. I like to partake.
treasure?
And this right here,
Is that Jack Daniels?
I forgot.
Oh
what
my
it is.
God! Did you hear that pop?
Smell that. Take a whiff
Did
of
you
that.
hear that? Look.
Yeah. It's like.
Oh man. Oh, that's too good. I'm gonna have to take a little sniff.
All right, let me give you a
Now,
little
does it
sniffy
spin
sniff.
and pour in? I was hoping you'd spin it and it would fall in.
Oh no, you have to uncork it like that. But I'll
Now,
give
what's
you.
in there? There's a ship in there.
Well, oh, that's a good call.
Oh my
It is.
God, that's awesome.
I've never noticed that. I've always wondered what's in there. I thought it was some sort of like a honeybee,
It's a sailing
honeycomb
ship.
looking thing. But you're right, it's a ship. I never noticed that before, Steve. You're a very keen observationist.
I mean, but haven't you been here for a little bit?
I have.
How drunk do you get before the shows?
Well, I think this is.
Cheers, Joel Fry.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, snap your sun drop on that.
Cheers, buddy. All right. Enjoy, Steve. Let me know what you think of that.
That is something unique right there.
Yeah. I believe, I want to say it's an Irish whiskey.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Mother Nature's titty.
Same thing. Irish whiskey.
Mother Nature milked some juice into a bottle for you.
Yeah. Have you ever had breast milk before?
From Mother Nature?
Or just breast milk?
Sometimes you might hook up with a Brago girl every once in a while, whatever, get a little taste, whatever.
Yeah, you gotta sample if it's there and they're offering it to you. It'd be rude to turn it down.
I mean, especially I didn't know it was going to happen, but once it started milking, I was like, let's get into this.
Yeah. Vitamin D, right? Joel, you ever had breast milk?
When I was a kid, when I was a little baby.
Right. Steve, what do you think of that?
That is smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I feel like I don't know what it is, so I don't be sacrilegious, but it's smoother than Jack.
Oh, yeah. It's very good. I forgot exactly what kind it is. It's been sitting here for a minute. I did a whole thing where I didn't drink. Oh, no.
Bit him late.
He turned into a lizard for a minute.
Bit him late.
I went sober for about, I tried to go 2 months.
What's that?
Sober is when you do not drink any alcohol. No alcohol. So I did that for 42, 43 days.
That's dumb.
Leading up to my prom. Yeah, it was hard. I felt dumb sometimes. Yeah. But, so it's been sitting there. I haven't messed with it in a while. So should I take a sip? I should try it.
I would give you mine, but I have AIDS and herpes, so.
Yeah.
And you have to drink.
How many herpes do you have at the moment? I know there's herpes simplex 1, there's 2, there's...
Well, I don't know.
Cold
I mean,
sores.
it could be roids. I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff going on downtown.
All right, well, cheers. I'm going to take it because I haven't had this in a minute.
You haven't had it? It's definitely a sipper.
Oh, yeah. That's got a smoky flavor.
Yeah.
Do you like smoky whiskeys?
Yeah, I like smoked.
You like to smoke a lot of things.
I smoke a lot of things, but I heard that there's this new thing you can put on top of your cup.
Yeah.
And then you take a torch.
Yes!
And it smokes whatever you got.
Guess who gave me that? You
got one?
Yeah, I just got it as a wedding gift. John Heffron gave it to me as a wedding gift.
What?
Yeah, you got there's different kinds of chips that you burn. It's got the little butane torch in there. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I'll have to try it out.
What about a smoked sun drop?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That is a great
We're going to
idea.
do that on the next podcast.
Okay.
We'll do a smoked sun. What would a smoked sun drop cocktail be called? Because let's think of it, a sunset or a cloudy day. Ooh, we call it a cloudy day.
Cloudy day. A cloudy sun drop.
A cloudy sun drop.
Cloudy day sun
The
drop.
sunset.
Yeah. A sunset.
Because when you drink it, the lights go out.
The lights go out. Write this down. These are great
In
ideas.
Georgia.
Light
Go.
with the strawberry blonde.
Thank you, Reba.
Seriously, I think you should write something.
Was that a
strawberry
Reba
blonde.
song? Why are these lyrics just bouncing around in our heads? As a musician, can you help us understand why I just had the lights go out, but I didn't know it was Reba?
You didn't know it was Reba?
No, but isn't that how it is? You have a bunch of lyrics just
Yeah, of course.
pumping around.
John had some lyrics at his wedding.
Yeah.
In his ceremony.
Well, to his point, that happens to me all the time. Yeah. Like I will be, I'm kind of lyrically. You got high fives and hell yes for me.
Yes.
To you, that was a song, but you sing like you hear lyrics in your head, but you don't know where it came from.
Right.
Like what artist that was.
It's just stuck in there.
Yeah.
Well, you hear
I think
voices in
the
your head
more
too,
high
right?
I get, the more fluid they come out.
What kind of music does Steve Jessup like mostly? I feel like you might be a southern rock guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I bounce around though. This will blow your wig back. I've been listening to a lot of Rod Stewart lately.
Wow.
I did not see that.
I didn't see
No
that coming.
kidding.
Maggie!
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
What's Maggie? Wait, I don't know that. Do you know Maggie?
I'm not as familiar.
Do you, is that like yacht rock?
I mean, that doesn't make me feel cool. You're saying I listen to yacht rock, but I guess.
Oh, okay. No, I like yacht rock.
What about Neil Diamond?
I love Neil Diamond. Yeah, Sweet Caroline. They played at the end of Panther games if we win. Good
So
times.
only a couple times. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So we don't hear it that much.
I'm kidding. I'm a
No,
Browns
You're
fan.
right. That's
I
good.
listen to a lot of country. There's a new guy that's brand new that I love a lot called Warren Zeters.
Oh, okay.
Do you know him?
Zeders, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Wait a
he's
minute.
badass. He's kind of like Bailey Zimmerman and
Oh.
that other guy that's going out with Wilson. What's that girl's name?
Phillips?
Lorena Wilson.
Laney?
Laney Wilson.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that guy that's going out with Laney Wilson?
The
Hardy.
girl from Yellowstone?
Oh,
Hardy. Do you know that
yeah,
guy?
she's from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Lady Wilson.
Yeah, Laney Wilson's ass is for days.
Yeah. We
God.
talked about her butt on this show one
Man, her
time.
butt's banging.
Yeah. It's like a truck.
It doesn't, yeah.
That's what she has a song like, I got a heart like a truck.
You
Really,
think she's talking about her?
I think she's talking about her butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a dump truck.
Dump truck.
It's nice, though. That's what it would be.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty hip. I mean, I just named 4 artists that you guys don't even know.
That's true. Well, you said
Hardy,
Warren
Bailey
Z-
Zimmerman,
I know
Warren
Hardy.
Zeters.
Yeah.
Zeters?
Zeters.
Because, there is Warren G. That's an R&B guy.
Right, I
There's
don't know
Warren
that.
Sapp, who
Warren
played it.
But I don't know Zeters. Is that a real name?
I used to have, like a, what do you call it? Like with the guy that you have to check in with after you get out.
Parole officer?
Oh, like
Yeah,
a-
my PI, what a PO,
PO.
yeah. His name was Warren. I mean, you guys are naming Warrens. That's all.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
yeah,
We were just naming
Warren
Warrens.
Sapp, the quarterback for the Rams for a minute, lost the Super Bowl. Anyway, lots of Warrens out there. Shout out to all the Warrens.
Warren!
Warren's a good name. It's like it's telling you right there, I'm warning you.
Yeah.
Be careful.
It's also like how in that.
Yeah, tread lightly. I'm warned. I'm warning you.
I'm Warren.
Can you say that? Yeah, like my name is Warren.
Right.
And you've been warned.
You've been warned.
It also reminds me of like that scene in Tommy Boy, how like certain words, if you keep saying them, they get weirder.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Warren.
Oh yeah. No, like
Road.
Road.
Warren.
Yeah.
Warren. Warren.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Steve, we were talking about him, his music, his videos.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of mine by chance?
Oh, here we go. Well, you have to say yes now. 'cause
I'm a
you're in
new
his-
fan.
New fan.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
take new fans, old fans.
That's a very brave of you to ask that question right in front of
On
him.
Because I
camera.
mean, I
He's got
didn't.
no filter.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know how good you were.
I
until
wanted
we
honest.
Made the video.
Well, I appreciate
Right.
that.
And then when I made the video, I'm like, this guy's good. This is the guy. You actually remind me like '90s kind of like vibe, like kind of like Garth. a little
That's
bit.
that's my vibe.
Yeah.
That's when country music was country music.
Yeah, I like how you got fiddle in your music a lot.
betcha.
And like you got that slide guitar, that like
Steel
whining
guitar.
steel
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah.
Now
Is
next,
that a good slide guitar?
I'll tell you what.
I swear to God, I thought you pulled out a slide
We
guitar. for half
could
a
save
second.
some money next time we're in the studio and just bring you in and do that.
Yeah, have him come in and just do different instruments.
What do you need? Like, I mean, do you have like a, like a sh?
Oh, the egg shaker.
Yeah, I
guy?
could do that.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can use a sugar packet. Do you know what this is, buddy? This is a
kazoo.
Yeah, this is a kazoo.
I thought he was
Yeah.
going to say bong.
Well,
It does kind of look like a.
I was afraid he was.
I
gonna
I got excited when you pulled it over. I'm like, that bowl is empty.
Steve,
You
I-
could totally smoke out of this. This is the carb. You just got to punch that out.
Yeah.
Dude, this is what I'm going to do on my show is I'm going to get some kazoos and smoke out of them.
Yeah.
And maybe every time I take a hit.
Yeah. It makes a noise. Yeah. So you
Now,
can
I don't
disguise
want to, lip up your kazoo because,
no.
I do have
Well, I thought
cerebral
of this.
palsy.
Oh, do you?
Is that, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's
contagious.
No, I don't think it's contagious.
whatever.
I'll be fine. What about multiple sclerosis?
I have that too. Some
Yeah.
days it depends on how much Jack I drank.
I've heard that you've had multiple sclerosis multiple times.
Multiple times.
Can you get
couple
just-
times a week?
Can you get just one sclerosis?
It's always
It
always
depends on
multiple.
if you run out of booze. You can get one. Maybe it's a light sclerosis week.
Yeah, sclerosi. Yeah, I would just say that. But guys, we have to wrap this one up. I've had a great time hanging
I'm
out.
gonna
with you.
take 2 more of these before I leave.
Do you want a refill? I can top you
We're
off.
gonna kill this.
Okay.
Keep going.
And then I want people to look you guys up at joelfry.com. stevejessup.com, right?
Yeah.
And look for us possibly in a new video with you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Till then,
Yeah.
high fives, hell yes. Mullet Brother Taxidermy Bar and Grill.
You got it.
Right, boys?
Thank you so
Love
much.
it.
All right, thanks for
Hey,
being
man,
on my
thanks
podcast.
for having me, dude.
My pleasure.
Good
Get
to
you a
be-
sun drop on the way out.
Good
Try
to
and
be here.
mix that with sun drop. It's pretty good.
Oh, I'll bet it is.
Joe Fry, hell yeah.
We'll be
My
right
friends.
back. We'll be right back. More country-ish right after this. Hey, everybody. Captain John Reap here at your service, and I want you to go cruising with me on the Sea Amigos cruise, baby. Brand new ship, Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. It's the world's largest cruise ship. Come aboard. I'm expecting you November 5 through 11, baby. Comedy, karaoke, podcasting. Come get tropical with us in November. November the 5th, we leave out of Port Canaveral, Florida, and we're cruising to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Cozumel, Mexico, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Roatan, Honduras. It's gonna be a breeze. We're doing an 80s, 90s karaoke themed night. Come dressed to impress for that. We're doing stand-up comedy from yours truly and other friends. And we're doing a VIP free cocktail meet and greet night. And I want you to come hang out with me on the Sea Amigos cruise. Book your cabin right now. Go to johnreap.com/cruise. We'll see you on the ship. Yeah, book that cabin ASAP. If you want that group rate, you better get on it. Man, I'm exhausted. Steve sapped all the energy out of me. They left. They just wandered on out of here. But I appreciate them for coming in here. Joel Fry, Steve Jessup. Follow them wherever they are in the world. And follow me on the road. My next gig, I'll be in Columbus, Ohio at the Funny Bone, May 12th and 13th. Come see me May 12th and 13th at the Columbus, Ohio Funny Bone. May 19th, Greensboro, Georgia at the Oconee Brewery. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Oconee Brewery. That's May 19th in Greensboro, Georgia. May 20th, Jacksonville, North Carolina, the Limelight. Come see me there. And June 2 and 3, I'll be in Dallas, Texas at Hyenas Comedy Club. That is it for this week. I do appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate you liking. I appreciate all the comments you left down there at the bottom and subscribing. But mostly, I appreciate you sharing. Show's over. Go ahead and hit that share button. Pass it on to somebody else. And for Joel Fry, for Steve Jessup, for the Alan Jackson, my name is John Reap, and I want to wish you a bicycle.
Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, dude.
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.